Hello there and welcome. No need to fear, because I am here with the nerd news. First things first, Aquaman. It is doing very well. Apparently it started off a bit slower than other DCEU movies, but its consistency is what has now allowed it to pass the $500 million mark, which is crazy, and it is on track to be a $1 billion movie. Go Aquaman. I'll read you a little something from this page called the playlist before I continue on to the next story. It says here, the question is really how high the Aquaman waves will rise at the worldwide box office. Well, you can guarantee this. Given the comic book movie has already made $500 million in 2 international weekends and 1 North American weekend, Aquaman is likely to go on to make at least $800 million at the worldwide box office and has a good shot of unseating Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice for the title of highest grossing DC WB superhero movie globally, with $873.6 million as the number to beat. Toppling Wonder Woman domestically at $412.5 million will be difficult, but if it manages to do so, we're likely to be looking at our first DCEU film to hit $1 billion. Keep an eye on this movie for the next few weeks at the domestic box office, and that should tell the overall tale. Next story. My Hero Academia Season 4 is here! No, it's not here yet, but there was a teaser, and it appears that it's going to be springtime 2019. That's whenever we're going to be getting our next fix of My Hero Academia. It is something to note that all 3 previous seasons of My Hero premiered in April in Japan. So if that gives us any idea, you know what I'm saying, that could be our best bet is like June, April, something like that. And I know it's tough, because whenever our favorite show goes, and you know, you get that moment of like, at first you're like, oh, I just want to keep getting into it, and then you get into a grind, and you binge, and then it's gone before you know it. It's like whenever you start to eat a pudding, and you're very happy, and then you get to the end, and you're just sad. So, next nerd story. Here's an interesting one I found that you guys may not have heard of yet. The Mandalorian. Got your attention? I hope so. Star Wars news. The Mandalorian is an upcoming American space opera web television series that is scheduled to premiere on Disney. Set in the Star Wars universe created by George Lucas, the series will take place after the events of Return of the Jedi and before The Force Awakens. It follows a lone Mandalorian gunfighter beyond the reaches of the Republic. Jon Favreau is expected to serve as a writer for the series and executive producer alongside names. The series has stars in it, assembled cast. I see a lot of names in there that you guys probably know. Nick Nolte, that's a name I definitely know of. Premise, just get to the premise and we'll move on to the next story. The Mandalorian takes place after the fall of the Empire and before the emergence of the First Order, and follows, quote, a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic. If you want to hear more on that, let me know. And also, if you want me to do a review of Aquaman or the Star Wars or Spider-Man, I'm fixing to talk about Spider-Man.
I'm just gonna stop myself right there for a minute. Yeah, I didn't talk about Spider-Man, but Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was the best Spider-Man movie I've ever seen, and you should definitely go and watch it.
Spider-Man a little bit, but if you want me to do a full review where essentially I just spoil the hell out of it, or you just want to get my reaction, let me know. Real quick, in case you were wondering about the status of the Disney and Fox deal, it is expected to close next month. So by next month, Disney will have, you know what I'm saying, the X-Men, and like everything will be right in the world. Infinity War Part 2 is gonna be nuts. All we've had is a teaser trailer of essentially Iron Man floating in space, and we already got like pizza places and things like that offering to send Tony Stark pizzas so he doesn't starve to death in that ship. We take nerd stuff serious out here. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode of Nerd News. That's all I have for you today. I'm your host, Wyatt, WN. Backyard Fitness and Stuff is my channel. And F.N.B.N. is the nerd headquarters. That's all I have for you today. Stay nerdy out there.